Hi, this is Caterina Jones with Trinity Chiropractic. Welcoming you back for another one of our Facebook Lives. Yay! I think this is our second one.
Yeah.
Joining me today is Jessica. She is a health coach as well as a patient. So she can give you a little, she's been through that journey. Jessica, can you tell us a little bit about health coaching?
Yeah, sure. So again, Caterina mentioned that I've been connected with Trinity Chiropractic and received care here. And as I've been through my healing journey, it's been a neat endeavor to jump into health coaching, which is kind of a new setup in the medical field, but particularly it's just helping patients and clients get motivated and encouraged for whatever changes they need to make. The client's still in charge, but the coach comes alongside them and provides some evidence-based techniques that help them to figure out their why and why they need to make some changes in their life, and hopefully talk about what those outcomes will be. So,
which is very exciting that you're getting this health coach certification, because there's a need to have an advocate on your side through this journey. Jessica and I, we've been together for, like you said, a year and a half, and it's been a journey. It's always a journey. I love what I do, and I know she loves what she does, because as we spoke earlier, research is me search. So we're just exploring why we do what we do, and then that brings us into doing what we love to do. So today we're going to talk about detoxing. It's a term that's thrown around, 5-day detox, quick overnight detox. Everybody has a detox program for you. So don't be misled. Not all are created equally, and there are some important things that we would like for you to know if you're going to endeavor on this journey of detoxing. First of all, why? Why should we detox? Well, general health issues. We experience a lot of things, negative things from our environment. Everybody's talking about 5G now, food, pesticides, organic, not organic, cross-contamination, soil, air, the list can go on and on. Side effects from medication, negative emotions, not just negative emotions from right now, but negative emotions from when we were children that are in our bodies. Muscle and tissue has memory.
Yes.
And so these things will keep coming up, and you wonder why you have this chronic health condition. Well, it could be a chronic message that the brain is sending to the body.
Yeah.
And so when we detox, it's a physical, it's an emotional, it's all together. You can't separate the two. And then something new I found out that I shared is pest. I've been doing a ton of yard work, gardening. I had no idea that we got parasites from mosquitoes. I have tried. I was like, okay, I understand Zika, West Nile, all of these things, but I didn't realize it had a parasitic tie. Choice of bug spray, DEET, no DEET, natural. We were talking about soap. In the Dominican Republic, a friend of mine shared with me that they use soap on their body to deter the mosquitoes. But if I'm sweating, I'm reintroducing new flesh to feed the mosquitoes. So, so there's a lot of different avenues to go down.
And if I could interject, I was thinking, wherever you are in your journey, I think it's just, Caterina's reiterated that there's toxins everywhere, and we can't freak out about it. We can't, curl up in a ball and say, it's everywhere. I think we have to look at them in the face and then say, what small steps can I take to make a difference? And maybe that's one thing for one person, another for another person, but there's things we can do to help. And as we provide resources, you can say, I think that might be for me, or this is a change that I can make. And I think, that's what we're here for, is just to kind of spark your mind to say, what changes do I need to make, or what do I feel comfortable doing?
Yes, comfortable. That's a very important point, because balance is important. If you start looking at all these things to detox, it can quickly become overwhelming. And then when you start on the journey and you've made all of these changes, I know when I was going through my diagnosis, I felt like I lost my social. I couldn't go out and have a glass of wine every week. There was a lot of things we'd get together with friends and eat. And now my diet was very different than everybody else's. So balance and comfort level is extremely important, because if not, you're going to keep sending a negative chemical message or feeling from your brain to your body, which is going to make your body acidic, inflame it, and then it's going to counteract all that you're trying to do.
Yeah. In health coaching, we say you have to have a motivation to change, you have to have an ability to do it, and then a confidence. And you're not going to change otherwise. And so we hope like some of these things will be very practical, that you feel are doable.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the first thing is how. Well, we have a lot of different steps. It depends on your specific need. The absolute best way to do it is to have your individual toxin burden and health issues discussed with a professional. Dr. Song will set up an appointment, he'll take time, he'll talk about environmental stresses, he's going to talk about food, he's going to talk about your past history, and then tailor a plan specifically for your needs, and then you'll have help along the way as you go through these things. Underlying health issues can create problems with the detoxing. If you try to do it on your own, sometimes you'll have rashes. I know the first time I was like, I'm cutting off everything. I'm going to do tapping every single day. Within 4 days, I had a rash all over my body. My body said, slow your roll. You are not ready to let all of this out.
It let you know.
Yes, it let me know very quickly.
Okay.
So then I stopped everything, and then I had to gradually start introducing things. So having an advocate, having a medical professional that you can talk to that will run blood work and identify your specific needs and what you should focus on first, so it doesn't become overwhelming.
I agree. Like there's different avenues of detox that might come up, and I know in my journey, some of those they just aren't revealed until you have the data in front of you, and it's data that really only a specialist like Dr. Song can give you, because they have the resources and the background to know what to look for. And sometimes you as the patient, you're your best, you know yourself best, right?
You're your best doctor.
Right, you are. But you might be able to name the symptoms and, this is kind of off, but you might not know where to look to see what exactly is that underlying issue. And to have a support system through someone to give you that data is a great place to start.
It's interesting because I every year would have my yearly physical and have blood work done with the doctor, and all of my numbers are perfect. All of my numbers are in perfect measurement. And I'm like, well, that's interesting because I have this problem, I have this problem, and I have this problem. How is everything perfect? But when Dr. Song ordered just a couple more tests, I found out that, well, this is in normal ranges, but it's a little low, and this one over here is normal, but it's a little high. Oh, your body's not absorbing this nutrient. And then I did a food sensitivity test. Now, I love a cold green bean salad. Love it. Vinegar, some cranberries on top,
That's your jam.
That is my jam. It's cool, refreshing. I have a food sensitivity to green beans.
Oh, man.
I'm like, no! It was heartbreaking. But I would never have known that.
Right.
And that one thing was causing inflammation, so now my body has to fight that and all of these things, and I would have never known without the food system. And your body changes.
Yeah, I think that was news to me, just to realize you might have sensitivities to foods that are causing these inflammation reactions, and then later on, perhaps not, or it can have to do with how much variety you're having in your diet, and if you're eating the same thing over and over again. So again, just having these small resources to make some tweaks can really go a long way to calm down your body and help you to detox. So
very, very true. So the number one step to starting a detox program is water. Water is incredible. We need to be drinking half our body weight in water, and that may seem a lot. For Jessica, that's probably not so much, but for me, it's like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I'm gonna float away.
And some people don't like the taste of water.
Exactly. But there are things that you can add to your water that is very beneficial and also can help alkaline the body, such as lemon. Lemon is good, and I like sweet. I know you can't tell, I'm so sweet. but
Hey.
I like sweet, so I add a sweetener to my water, and I found that xylitol, it's a natural sweetener made from birch or corn husk, and it actually fights candida in the body.
Hey, that's a win right there.
That is, because 70% of Americans have an overgrowth of candida in the
I'll
body.
tell you what, and that seems like a no-brainer as a place to start to help get clean things out.
Yes,
You know, you want the bad guys out.
It tastes like sugar.
There you go.
You gotta love that.
Yes, yes, very much so.
So we start with incorporating that. A lot of people need a visual. I'll have somebody put 10 bottles of water in front of them so they can see. With me, I had a 32-ounce bottle with 3 rubber bands on it, and then I would just slide it up when I finished one. Because my brain's like, no, you don't need more water. You're like, yeah, enough.
Right.
And I'm like, the rubber bands are telling me I need more water.
Yeah, that accountability for you to visually see something. You know, I know they have expensive cups where you can get your little, morning, afternoon, evening. You've got to go through it, but there's simple ways. Like you said, if you've got a 32-ounce jar and you know, okay, I need to drink 2 of those sometimes during the day, then you've got something to keep you accountable.
Exactly. And having that will help your digestion. It will actually help balance out how often you have to go to the bathroom, because at first it was like, okay, every 15 minutes, excuse me, I'm gonna, but then your body's like, oh, okay, I don't have to do this because I know you're gonna give me more. And so it starts to regulate that.
And I think that's a good point in general, whether it be how well we're eating or how well we're drinking. Our body knows if we're regularly giving itself good things. And if it knows that you're not going to give it good things, it's going to say, well, I'm going to hang on to this because you may not give me some more. And as you get that flow going, I think that's just so important. Your hydration is giving you the ability to release things. You're right. I think that's foundational.
I think that's why my body holds on to Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
Because it knows it can't have these every now.
Yeah. That could be it.
Okay, so the number 2 is sleep. Now, when I tell you how much sleep you need, everybody's going to be like, I haven't had that since I was a teenager. So do you know how much sleep you're supposed to have?
Well, I've heard they have a new regulation where it kind of varies on the ends because they're making sure that they know some people need a little less, some people more. I'd say 7 to 9 is my guess.
That's exactly what it is.
Yay! Okay.
7 to 9 hours a night. And I used to think, oh my goodness, I had 8 hours, I'm beautiful. But now I see, because I've been doing a regular 7.5, 8 hours, now I'm like, I don't want to get up in the morning. I think I could use that extra hour. The sleep is when your body is not using your energy for life.
Yeah.
It can now use the energy to detox your cells. And so sleep is a natural detox. And if you think about it, the way to measure that is when you get up in the morning and you go to the bathroom, you are seeing all of the chemical debris that your body has flushed out of its kidneys, out of its other organs. You're seeing it, and a lot of times smelling it.
Yeah, that happens too.
So you definitely want to keep a good sleep routine. I know a lot of people have a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
To train myself, because I'm like, oh, what about this and this, and I could be getting up and doing this. I started using the right frequency. You can get it free on YouTube. It's Spooky 2. It's with the number 2. It has a sound frequency, and they have one for sleep, one for insomnia. I found out that sleep wasn't my problem. It was mental fatigue. My mind wouldn't stop going and
just
going
kept
and going. Sometimes if I wake up in the middle of the night and I play the mental fatigue and it doesn't put me back to sleep within 15 minutes, it's not that. And so the other night I played adrenal fatigue. That's exactly what it was. I was up, I was like, okay, it's time to go, let's go. I gotta start racing and roaring again.
Yeah.
And so adrenal fatigue put me right back to sleep with it. It's a 20-minute sound bite, but usually I don't even make it through.
Okay.
So, and that's something that's free, it's easy, of course the blue light thing.
And you can, it sounds like sometimes you have to tweak to find what's your need for that day.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I'll be excited about doing something, or and you just have to kind of listen to your body. Remember, you're your best doctor. Don't get second guess all the time.
Yeah. And I think with sleep, it's free, right?
It's free.
You don't have to pay somebody to sleep. but we have this mental block to say, man, I've got to get enough done, or this, and this with your priorities. And again, it's just stepping back and saying, okay, how much of a priority is sleep to me? And to rewind and say, if I'm going to get 7 hours, or wow, if I'm going to get 9 hours, what time do I need to go to bed?
Yeah.
If I'm going to go to bed at that time, what time do I need to, prep these other things? So again, some of those behavior changes, they seem easy, but they're not.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you think I don't need 7 hours, okay, I want you to look at a new mom, and tell me that sleep is not important.
Yeah.
Because you can walk into the house of a new mom and you can say, oh, how was your day? And you can get your head completely bit off. Well, how do you think my day is? I haven't had sleep in 4 days. And it can go
Sleep
from
matters.
0 to 100 in like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, sleep matters.
So, yeah.
And I think I think what you said with detox, it truly is beauty sleep. It's letting your body work within itself to heal some of those things, heal your muscles, even, the fluid going into your brain and clearing out some stuff up there. Like, there's just a lot going on. So it's not just ineffective time when you're sleeping.
And there's a lot going on.
Yes, there's a lot going on.
I'll get more views.
Okay, yeah, I'm all about that.
Okay, so number 3 is my favorite, sweat.
Yes.
Sweat.
And how can you not sweat
I know.
in North Carolina?
Oh, please, I went to Texas. I was like, oh, I forgot how. That was very different.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting because the skin is the #1 largest elimination organ in the body.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge organ. We don't think about it.
Yeah.
You think of putting things in your mouth, excreting, but yeah, your skin is a huge way to detox.
Very important.
Yeah.
We wash our skin every day because we have to open it up. We have to stimulate it. We have to let more toxins out.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you will smell those toxins sneaking up on you. I love yard work. I've been doing a lot of yard work with a friend of mine, and that is a great way to sweat.
Yeah.
If you don't have yard work, see me. I have plenty for you.
Yeah.
There you go. What do you do?
Yeah, so I agree with the yard work thing, just getting out practical things and even moving around the house. But yeah, getting outside, being in the sunshine, I mean, that's going to give you the benefits of the sun.
Yes.
And you're heating up your core, which, just gets everything moving. So I also, it's not so, movement related, but doing like Epsom salt bath, things like hot baths where you're increasing your core temperature, letting some of the toxins out. Some people like essential oils, depending on what they are, to help
Lemon
with that.
is very good for detoxing.
Yeah, so just being able to have some strategies of how can I sweat. And I know in a research, there's things that help me with the infrared sauna. I might be skipping ahead, but that's a way where you're really helping your core heat up and
very
and sweat.
important.
Yeah.
And even when and of course we have the far infrared sauna, but ours is far, mid, and near.
Yeah.
That's very important because the far infrared heats up the core of the body. The mid detoxes the muscles, and the near is for the skin.
Yeah.
And so I had them post a lymphatic channel chart in there, so you can see if you want to do dry brushing. I know you were going to mention some dry brushing.
Moving
what direction to go to, the watersheds, giving them a nice gentle pumping so that it helps your body eliminate through the lymph system.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Exercise, of course.
And in health coaching, we say the best exercise is the one you'll do. So you really have to kind of sit there and say, what do I like doing? This whole process. It's like, this isn't just supposed to be a drag. It's like, what do I enjoy doing, and how can I get my body moving? And just do it. It's good for you, and make it fun and get your body sweating. And sometimes, I don't know about you, Caterina, but it's like sometimes you just have to get over the hump, right? Like if you've been out of it, or you're just like, I don't want to move, I've got other things to do. But when you get out there, you get a detox benefit and the oxytocin of just like all these feel-good hormones. So yeah, there's a lot of win with exercise.
Yes.
So.
And dancing is exercise.
It is.
I
it
have
is.
to say. Trampoline. My kids have a small trampoline that
Rebounding.
moves the lymph system. Rebounding.
Yeah.
My daughter brought the trampoline inside the house, in front of the TV, had on her K-pop videos, and was just going
jock
to it.
jams. You get
That's
get your jam, whatever it is, and go for it.
And she was only there for like an hour.
There you go.
I was
Make it
impressed.
fun.
I was impressed.
I don't know if I'm hopping ahead, but can you mention about the lymph, what exactly, because that's different, or when you'll get there.
No, we'll talk about that now.
Okay.
Dry brushing, massage, the rebounder, that gentle jumping, vigorous walking, even intercourse is very important for moving your lymph system. If your lymph system is right close to the surface of your skin, and you have to be gentle with it because the lymph vessels, they're very small, like spaghetti, the thin spaghetti, and the lymph fluid is sticky.
Gotcha.
And so if we're not drinking enough water,
There you go.
we
Back to
can't
water.
get it out of the lymph vessels. So that's very important.
And I think I had learned, and you had taught me a lot about this, like you're saying, it's right under the skin, and also it doesn't have its own circulation system, right? This is a separate detox system. The only way you're going to get lymph moving is if you're moving, right? Right.
Exactly.
So that's very key, just to remember, like, hey, this is a way to detox. It's easy and simple, but I've got to give it some help. I've got to move.
And you know what? It's simple to incorporate in your life. I know I may look like a crazy person, but I'm driving down the road and I'm moving my lymph system. So, every little bit. And it's interesting, there's such quick benefits to that because all that bubbly skin that we get here, the not so smooth, I mean, I've heard about it. But if you gently push this way, just gently, not like a nickel weight of pressure. And it will actually smooth out that skin. And who doesn't want to
I
smooth
know.
their skin?
I like that tip.
Exactly. So, anything else?
I think that's about it. And then I'm all about a massage, right? So I think that's really important too. Not only are you getting rid of stress, but again, that lymph is moving. So, you might think it like it's a treat or
no, it's necessary.
There's some health benefits that are going on too. So again, lots of options to consider for detox.
Just last week, I got a 2-hour massage. It was life-changing for me and everybody around me. Trust me, they will let you know. Oh, you need. Yes. And
me time.
Exactly. They take precautions. You get a good therapist that works with the amount of pressure. It's very crucial.
So I think that's about it on lymph.
And we talked a little bit about elimination. Elimination through bowel movements is important, very important.
I think, and again, you're talking about the benefits of having somebody in your corner, and some of the different tests that Dr. Song runs. Knowing that your bowels are working properly is huge. And you mentioned with the food sensitivity. I mean, it sounds silly, but we really don't talk about poop enough. It's taboo, but we as Americans, a lot of what we're eating, it stops us up. And simple things to realize: am I flowing well? Here, my body is made to get rid of these toxins. There you go. And
Love my colon chart.
Yes, that thing's awesome. And can you get it out well? And what are, like you said, with hydration, or what are some things that I can tweak, or what am I eating that helps? There's a lot of things that go into it. Some things you want some feedback from the doctor, and some things, there are little things you can do at home to make a big difference.
And
for
even
elimination.
Dr. Song even mentioned specifically that most people can benefit from a liver detox, a colon detox, and just a full systematic detox. But this is interesting chart because on this chart it talks about the different areas in the body that are affected, that affect the colon. So we wouldn't think about the heart or the lungs affecting the movement through your colon. And then this one actually talks about the emotional reasons that cause the stress that cause our colon to constrict. And not allow it to move in. Or move out. We don't move out. Move in.
Please no.
No. So that is very important. Some people do coffee enemas. But we have supplements that we can do to help with the colon detox or even the liver detox. I know liver detox is a big thing. Eliminating food. Refined foods, carbs, gluten, sugar, dairy. Dairy was a hard one.
And they have different opportunities that you can try to see. There's like 7 main ones that you might eliminate and then add back in, see how you feel. Again, you're your best advocate, so just kind of monitoring, how do I feel when I cut this out? How do I feel when I add this back in? So those are important things to look at for sure.
Yes, so following an anti-inflammatory diet while you're on a detox will greatly improve the results that you have.
Yeah, and I appreciate, Dr. Song provides some of those resources, whether it be anti-inflammatory diet or dealing with candida, which you said a lot of people deal with. So again, just to have somebody in your corner to say how to do this. Now the implementation might be a little trickier, again, just to have some support to say, how do I do this? Which is why I love what I do, because sometimes rubber meets the road, it's tricky to implement everything.
And sometimes you just need a text message reminding you. Have you taken your supplements today?
Yes, exactly.
Have you had your water?
Right. Those little accountabilities, and hopefully have somebody in your corner at home that can help with that as well. Is a huge benefit.
Antioxidant-rich foods. You want to increase those. It really helps your body fight the oxidative stress from the environment, excessive free radicals, all of these things. So if there's food that we can actually eat to help this process, we might as well do everything we can.
Yeah, and
broth.
Yes, exactly, with some important nutrients, and I think some of those things are in the bone broth are actually helping with the detox process. Some herbs and foods you can eat are specifically made to help detox the body. So we could go a lot of different avenues and go down some different rabbit trails in further sessions, but it's nice to just know, hey, food's a part of that for sure.
Yes. So and emotions. Emotions. So going on a detox, I talked about what my reaction was. A physical reaction is simply an emotional reaction manifest. The brain controls everything. So the message the brain sends the body is the result you're going to get, whether it's going to be an excess of buildup in your liver or an excess of buildup in your heart or around your heart. So addressing the emotional aspect as well as the physical. And I remember when I got the results of my test, and I was like, okay, I have to do a candida cleanse. I need to jump in quick. This is a serious issue that I need to get on top of. And I had to cut everything out. I did 3 days of bone broth.
Okay.
And a candida cleanse with 3 days. By the second day, I didn't mind eating the broth. It tasted good, onions, garlic. It's like the Trinity in Italy, with tomatoes. No tomatoes though.
No tomatoes.
But it was good. And then after the second day, I'm like, okay, this is getting boring. So I added a little avocado in and thickened it up, so it was creamy.
Okay.
It was excellent. I enjoyed the broth. It was cool, and I cried for 2 days.
What?
2 days I cried. I don't even know what's wrong, and why did I say that? And I don't really feel this. It was just years and years of all of that stuff that I had shoved inside. It just came out. Wow. And this is why it's important to have somebody on your side, because my friend calls, she's like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. And she goes,
the cultural answer, that is so
yes, feelings inside, never expressed.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So she goes, so did you write and destroy, which is my line.
Yes, write and destroy.
That's my line, write and destroy.
That's another Facebook Live. Yes.
So I wrote and destroyed, and within 30 minutes, my colon completely emptied.
Wow. It
was like, okay, we're done. We're fine. We just needed to let go.
Yeah.
And
you think about the mind connection, your gut being your second brain. Yeah. There's so much going on there. Like you said, you've got these chemical messages, and you can store things in your body. And let's be honest, it's not meant to be stored there, right? No. Like life goes on, things move, and all of us, right? Like no shame, no blame, have stuff that we need to deal with.
We're all broken.
Yeah.
We're just broken differently.
Yeah, or how we saw stuff as children, all those things. So it pays to put in some of that work to detox emotionally too. Again, kind of another rabbit trail, but an important part of detox.
And that's why it's good to have that advocate.
Yes.
You can always call the office. A lot of times I'll give out my cell phone number. Text me. If you need, just text me. I'll give you a right frequency over the phone that will calm things down.
And to know what you said, just that emotions connect with those different organs. I know your have expertise in that, and Dr. Song as well. You know, we know when we feel frightened or frustrated or stressed that, you know, our stomach just knots up.
Yep,
We
can't
have some
stomach it.
basic awareness of how our body, but you know, when you kind of extrapolate, say, wow, that might be affecting me in other ways that I just don't know. You know, it's nice to have somebody point certain things out. So yeah, emotional detox, huge.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so we covered
Yeah, we covered a lot. And I don't know if you wanted to touch base. We've got all this great stuff.
Yes,
in
we
front.
have some supplements here that we use at the office pretty regularly. This is NutriClear. This is actually a 2-week box that they did the detox box to help in just 2 weeks. Detox. It has everything you need. If you look on the back there, it's 30 pouches of the NutriClear. It has the shaker. It has a guidebook. It has everything in the box. This is the one I use regularly. I like to experiment with my smoothies, and so I use almond milk, cinnamon, cardamom, avocado, because a frozen avocado will make it creamy, and I'm all about the milkshake.
Yeah.
So get experimental with that. The next one is a colon plus capsule. It's a good colon cleanse supplement. MCS2 is a liver detox.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we have that if you need help. Beta TCP is a gallbladder.
Okay.
You'd be surprised how often that liver gallbladder connection is huge.
Yeah.
So that's there to help you. The NAC is a glutathione precursor to detox the cells. Very important to help. Glutathione is incredible.
Yes.
So that will really help you out. And then of course, Candida away. 70% of Americans suffer from the Candida, so that's very good. And I also listen to the right frequency for Candida while I'm doing it.
There you go.
So that's an excellent thing. Yeah. Any help I can get, I will take it. Questions? Do we have any questions?
We have one question about the use of essential oils. What can be used in bath that is good for detoxing?
Vodka. I know that sounds strange. It's not vodka.
I can't tell if she's serious or
Yes,
something.
I am absolutely serious.
Okay.
And I like lemon essential oil and a shot of vodka.
Okay.
You have to be careful.
You gotta explain this one to us.
Yes, you would not think that it is something that will pull out, but a full bath with one little shot of vodka, and you can put half in because it's gonna pull things out. And lemon essential oil is incredible for detoxing the body, especially with the lymphatics and all of that.
And the question, to deviate a bit, but it made me think of just things we can do at home and like using a lemon essential oil. You know, we didn't really touch on it today, but the environmental aspect of toxins in your home, you know, making switch out with using, you know, lemons as essential oil along with your cleaning supplies. You know, what chemicals do I have in my home that I could switch out? You know,
lemon is an excellent cleaner for stainless steel, especially.
Right.
I won't give you many. That's kind of a personal thing because I have to know your personal situation.
Yeah.
I could say oregano. Oregano is great for mold, but not if you have small children. Not if you want to get pregnant. You cannot use oregano oil if you want to get pregnant.
So it sounds like the essential oils, there might be some general guidelines, but it's nice to have somebody in your corner that knows a little bit more and can say, well, what's right for you?
Exactly.
So, and I know we didn't talk about it today, but as we're wrapping up, even just like the mold piece, you know, that's something that Dr. Song looks into, and often can be an underlying issue with illness, and it's something we don't always see, but it can be a huge toxin.
It can be very difficult to overcome, especially since if you think of our immune system as an army of 10,000,
Right.
and okay, well, I'm going to have an Oreo.
Right.
Let's be honest, I'm going to have an Oreo. So my immune system goes, oh, here she goes with the Oreo again. So I need to send 10,000 troops up there and fight the inflammatory response that we need to put around that Oreo because what it's going to do to the body and the sugar. So then now you only have 40,000 left in your army.
Right.
So, okay, well, we're using that 10,000 to try to digest this and block it and push it through the body. I still need at least 10, 20,000 over here in your gut to balance out that gut flora. She's out in the sun again. Oh, she's using bad sunscreen, or she's using bad whatever. Now the skin needs some help, so we need to send an army there. So your army is being used in your body. When you detox, you have less things that your army has to work on.
Exactly.
And so how do you want to use your army?
Yeah. How do you want to use your army? That's a great phrase. And I think too, the fact that sometimes we come, whether we do Dr. Song or different avenues, and we say, man, I just feel off. Why am I continually getting sick? You know, I feel like a relatively healthy person. And sometimes you do not realize that your army is battling this
green
one.
Beans. It's
Yes,
battling green
there
beans.
you go. It has this one issue, and you have no idea. And it just takes that key or that aha moment to go, oh, no wonder I'm having issues in this other area because half my army is being spent this way.
Yes.
And so just, again, that knowledge and having somebody in your corner.
And
goes a
let's
long
be
way.
honest.
Yeah.
Do we want to use that army on green beans or an Oreo?
Okay, let's just, that's great. So,
Caterina, another
Yes.
question about the supplements. Do you ship the supplements? Can you
We
ship
do.
them out?
We do. You send us an email, Trinity Chiropractic NC at Gmail or at gmail.com, and we can ship them to you. We can, email back and forth, give you feedback, whatever it is that you need. We're
Yeah.
here to support you.
and one thing I do appreciate, whether you're local or somewhere else, one benefit just to have somebody in your corner locally is, muscle testing. Dr. Song often checks in and just says, hey, does your body need
Still
this
need
right now?
this.
Yeah, does it still need this? And just to have him be able to throw this on and say, oh, you're done with that, or oh, you might need a little of this, that goes a long way because, we might have some general options, but then just to say, well, what is your body craving right now? I think that's key too.
That actually surprised me on how often my body was like, you don't need that anymore, you need this. And it was interesting because I thought for sure, I'm like, okay, do I need lithium? It's a salt supplement, okay?
Not
I
the
said,
battery.
not the battery. Yes. I asked Dr. Song, do I need lithium? I mean, because I'm really struggling getting through this right now. And he goes, oh no, your body said no, it was rhodiola. It was
something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I hate rhodiola, but it worked, and that was what my body needed at that particular moment. So being able to have somebody to tweak things.
Yeah.
So.
And one thing I've appreciated experiencing detox or different things myself is that sometimes the protocol that the doctor chooses for you can hit two things at once, right? We talk about one thing we didn't really touch on was like heavy metal detox. There's things that might be going on in your body, and it's like, hey, if we're covering this, well, that's going to help with this too. And again, it's just nice to have somebody in your corner because there's a lot of different ways to detox, and sometimes you can hit two birds with one stone. So
That's a very good point. I recently worked with a client that she had that in vitro IUD implant, and it made her very, very sick. And she had it for years. The doctors kept, and she was having extreme side effects from it. So she finally gets it out of her body, but she never detoxed from it.
gotcha.
So we did foot baths. We did all of these different things to detox her body from this heavy metal. And it was interesting because the doctor's like, you're never going to have babies again, I sent her home. She texted me a week later, said I got her pregnant. I was like, Jerry,
You're
I
like,
need
wait
those
a
results.
second.
I know,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
But it was the body needed something that we would not have. Who would have thought heavy metal detox is what my body needs? But very important.
And am I right that sometimes your body will put detox, like reproduction and detox on hold if it's got other stuff going on?
Oh yeah,
right?
the army only can handle the most pressing things. If you are going to war, you're not going to worry about this little
cleanup.
Stuff over here. You're going to hit it heavy and hard with the areas that need it the most.
Yeah.
That's
and,
very good.
And it's so interesting. Your fat can store toxins, and then they get released later. So again, there's just a lot of stuff going on, and it's nice to have a lot of options to try to help with that detox.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Caterina, let me help us wrap up with a combination question. So
Ooh.
I know you always say that we need to listen to our bodies will tell us what they need. So I'm assuming with detox, it also lets us know sometimes when we need to detox. But one of the questions that we have here is, how often should we detox? So I'm going to say more generally, not necessarily our body telling us. And then to piggyback on that, Is there such a thing as too much detox?
Thoughts?
Well, let's see. Too much detox. Let me take that part first because, well, if you're looking at your body and you just mentioned that fats can store toxins,
Yeah.
do we want to keep them around? I mean, is that something we want our immune system to be fighting constantly? My answer is no, I don't want them. But I'm also realistic because we started this whole thing with having balance.
Yes.
Balance is crucial. I mean, look at me. I am not going to live my life in neglect. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say, I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't have this all the time. Because what's the point?
The balance, yeah. And your go-to.
Where's the grace?
Yeah, grace. And having, positive motivators, why am I doing this? And like you said, with the balance, what can I handle? You can only handle so much change. Your family's a priority, perhaps your work, schooling, whatever those priorities are for you. Detox is a part of that, right? And you've got to juggle a lot, and your body can only handle so much. Like you said, you got to go to sleep at night, hopefully 7 to 9 hours. So
exactly.
Fitting in all these other things, like you said, balance is key.
See the things you're already doing. So it's not a detox, it's a lifestyle. Having a Nutri-Clear shake every day, that's a lifestyle choice. Is it detoxing my body? Absolutely. It is. It's got selenium in it, it's got glutathione in it, it's got the things that I need to flush bad things out that I'm taking in every day. So there's that balance. Would I call it a detox? I would not. I call it a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
What was the second question in there?
It was
How
often should you detox?
Listen to your body. You make these small lifestyle choices. And then you're like, I'm good. And then all of a sudden, I'm starting to feel fatigued at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What is going on? You come in, you get reflexology. I know, oh wow, your lungs are a little congested. I'll talk to you about the physical reason why, the oils that you'll need to use to help get that out, and the emotional things that have settled in there that you might not have even realized. We have a conscience and we have a subconscious. Our conscious self is here to protect us at all times, but our subconscious takes in every bit of information.
Yeah.
And it makes the decision 7 seconds before we consciously act on it.
That's amazing.
That's a long time if you think about it. So this taking in information, chemical message is sent 300 miles an hour through your body, and boom, you've already have those cellular debris. Now your conscious self goes, that's old information. That's how I handled it 20 years ago. This is how I'm going to handle it now. Done with it.
Yeah.
But the chemical message was already sent.
Yeah.
Okay, so understanding that connection can help you flush things out of your body without having to detox.
Yeah. And I think too, you think all of life and our bodies are very rhythmic, right? We're inhaling, we're exhaling, and there's seasons in life. And I think, there's different seasons within our life where we just feel like, hey, I need to focus on this. We've covered a lot of topics today. And again, it's kind of your choice to say, what do I think I need right now?
Yeah.
So it's not so much, how often do I detox? But sometimes it's what do I focus on? This is priority number 1 right here. Or I'm just to the max with all the things I have to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add in this small step, or I'm going to change this cleaner for a healthier one, or this bug spray for a healthier one. Lifestyle changes. So, and again, like you said, just having somebody in your corner that can kind of tweak as you go and say, hey, let's shift here, or your body's saying this. Those things go a long way to make those decisions about what to focus on.
And our bodies were created to detox every single day. Every day our body detox. We have a circadian rhythm. Every 24 hours through our body clock will detox an organ at a specific time. When you wake up in the middle of the night and 2 o'clock every night I'm waking up, oh well, guess what? Your liver says, hey, I'm at full capacity. You need to do something to empty this liver out. Waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, your lungs are like, you know what? You're carrying a lot. You're carrying a lot in here.
Yeah, like car
get
maintenance, right? We need body maintenance.
Body
in certain
maintenance.
areas.
So if your body's going to eliminate every single day, that's why we should be letting it go.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
So
then we
if
should.
you're patient of Dr. Song's and on a treatment plan, would doing a detox interfere with that treatment plan?
You probably already are doing a detox. We use the PEMF, which hits the cells that are abnormal in the body, and it's detoxing the cells. The far infrared sauna, the sonics that we use, which is amazing, very underutilized tool in the office. The sonics, you stand on it for 10 minutes, it shakes you at different intervals.
Gets that lymph going.
Lymph moving, like, I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom right now.
Oh, that too.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you're a patient here, you are, not to mention, everybody's comments on the smells of the office. And if you come down to my side of the office, you really will get the oil smells. Oils have a physical and an emotional level detox every time you smell them.
Yeah.
It's going to release something.
Yeah.
So,
Air filters, diffusers going, a lot of different things that really are helping with the clean air and whatnot. And the other thing I would say is if you're choosing something, or we talked, there's so many detox options. If there's something you've learned about and you're like, hey, is this going to interfere with what I'm doing at the office? Just send them an email.
Oh, yeah.
They're great about responding, quick response, or just when you come in to say, hey, does this fit with what I'm doing? I mean, that dialogue again is key.
Okay, well, our time is
Yeah,
up.
it's been a
Our
blast.
time, yes. very
Detox,
nice.
yeah.
Thank you.
A lot of
Always
good things
a
to be talked about.
pleasure.
Me too. So.
And thanks everybody for checking in with us, for watching our videos. Send a comment, like, share, get the message out so that you can enjoy a nice long life and your friends can too. We'll see you soon.
Take care.